Hi there, I'm Kat, owner of Bend and Stretch Physical Therapy, and today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute workout on the OOV using Pilates principles. OOV is a biofeedback device invented by David Vladeta, Australian neuroscientist and an osteopath. I have been using this device for the last 3 years successfully in my practice. It helps you feel where your body is in space, therefore helping you to engage your deep core. OOV has both therapeutic effects as well as athletic effects because it helps you improve your athletic performance. So, things that we're going to use together with the OOV will include a TheraBand. It could be any long TheraBand with some resistance, a loop band that will go around the hips, small weights, I recommend 1 to 2 pounds, a stability ball, and a dumbbell up to 5 pounds. You can have all of these or none of these. As long as you have the OOV, you will still get a lot of benefits. I will have links to all the props in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start sitting at the base of the OOV and having our little weights handy, as well as the 5-pound dumbbell. To get on the OOV, you're going to start at the very base of it and then slowly lie all the way down. To ensure that you're in a good position on the OOV, you're going to lift one leg up and make sure it doesn't pull into the neck. If it pulls, scoot down or scoot up slightly. And the first part, we're going to start with the breathing. Let's put your hands on the outside of your ribs. We're going to breathe in and notice those ribs expanding outward. And then as you exhale through pursed lips, notice your ribs slightly moving downward. As you're breathing through it, I want to emphasize the importance of diaphragmatic breath, because your upper body is lower than the lower body. Being on the OOV, it forces you to use your lower lobes of the lungs a little bit more effectively. So it trains that diaphragmatic breath pattern. Now we're going to get a hold of our 5-pound dumbbell. And I want you to hold it in both arms, reaching up towards the ceiling. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can have a bottle of water. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, reach both arms overhead. And inhale as you slowly come back in. Keep going at your own pace, moving arms over and slowly coming back. Now, as the arms move overhead, try to focus on the gentle chin nod and feel the length in the back of your neck. You're also going to pull your ribs downward. Try to focus on deep core. Activate your transverse abdominis and minimize any movement in the pelvis and the torso. One more time here, and slowly coming back. With the next breath, we're going to reach our arms over and hold it there. You're just about 2 inches off the floor. Keep breathing. Focus on the rib cage connection, so the ribs are staying nice and stable. We're challenging our abdominal control with this overhead load. Arms are straight, palms facing each other. We're reaching over. One more breath in here. And then slowly coming back. Bend the elbows. Let's lower the weight down. And then if you have 2 small weights, again, this could be bottles of water, 1 or 2 pound weights, up to 3, not more than that. Arms are reaching forward now. So my goal is to really find that stability in my pelvis. So if this is too much, you may need to have one arm down. Beauty of being on the OOV is that we can challenge your body and meet it where it's at, and then add or take away points of stability. Take a breath in. As we exhale, both arms will open out to the side and coming back. Moving slow is very important because it allows our nervous system to recognize that movement pattern and start rewiring, finding balance and control within the unbalanced system by being on the OOV. One more time, reaching both arms out and coming back. Now, rotational control, we're going to let one arm go out to the side and bring it back. Inhale as the other arm goes out. Now notice difference side to side. You're going to notice pressing more into the side of the leg where the weight moves out to the side. And that's good. That's your nervous system as well as your torso recognizing where the load is and stabilizing against that load. And coming back. Last one, side to side, moving slow through this variation. And breathing. Now, we're going to lower both arms down. Elbows will press into the floor. Your shoulder blades are free to move because they're right around that pointy part of the OOV. Breathe in as the right leg comes up into the tabletop. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your left leg lifts up. And exhale, lower. We're going to move slowly side to side. If this feels pretty good, one leg lifts up, hold it there. Now we're going to lift your opposite arm up. So we have 2 points of contact, elbow and opposite foot. From here, let's start moving away from each other. Arm lifts, leg lengthens. Exhale, coming back. Inhale out. Exhale in. As you're moving through this, we're challenging your anterior support system, anterior sling, so to speak. So it's the coordination of the muscles in the front of our body required to stabilize our pelvis, our spine, our torso against movement of opposite arm and leg. And bring it in. Now we're going to work on rotational control. Leg goes out to the side, arm goes out to the side, hip comes in, arm comes in. And exhale in. If this feels easy, we can increase the challenge by lifting opposite arm off the floor. Or if it's too hard, we can straighten that arm and put the entire arm on the floor. Good. Let's lower that leg down, lower the opposite arm, lift to the other side. Find your stability and control here. Breathe in. Exhale, coming back. Inhale out. Exhale back. As you reach that arm overhead, focus on leading with the thumb and turning the inside of your bicep towards you. So you're creating this external rotation of the shoulder as it reaches overhead. Chin stays slightly knotted. I'm pulling my core, activating my transverse abdominis. If you need to know how to do that, I'll have more videos with specifics of how to find your transverse abdominis and find that pelvis stability. And coming back. Now arm out to the side, hip out to the side, and bring it in. The beauty of being on the OOV is that as long as you're focusing on control and not letting your pelvis move, kind of moving slow through it, you will activate your deep core muscles. Because you can feel where your pelvis is in space by being on this unstable surface that has three-dimensional component of instability. And coming back. Let's lower both arms down. We're gonna drop our hand weights. Let our arms stay on the floor. Bring one leg up into the tabletop and then the other. Take a breath in here. Reconnect with your abdominals. Find that stability. Keeping your heels together, let's open knees out to the side. A little squeeze into the inside of the heels. From here, we're going to lower one leg down, crossing the midline, and exhale, coming back. Inhale, we'll lower the other leg, keeping it slightly externally rotated, and coming back. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to touch the floor. You're only going to move as far as you can keep your spine stable. So I don't want your pelvis to tip if the leg is too heavy or you don't have that control to tap the floor. And up, last one, and lift. Let's bring both knees together, lower one leg down and then the other, and gently roll off the OOV onto the side. Okay, next position, we're going to take the OOV and turn it around here. Now, you're going to sit in the saddle part of the OOV. This is where the ball can come in handy. If you don't have the ball, totally fine, you can just do it on the floor. But we're going to put your left leg onto the ball. Sitting on the OOV, arms will reach forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, I want you to roll your pelvis back. So we're C-curve, where lumbar spine will flex. Now we're going to maintain this position. Press gently into the ball as you slide that leg away and bring it in. Inhale out, exhale in, and out. Now notice where your neck is. Make sure you maintain nice long neck. Your shoulders aren't forward, they're in a nice neutral position. We're keeping our abdominals connected through the entire sequence. And bring it in. Now hold it like there. We're going to let that hip rotate out to the side and bring it in. This feels pretty good. Let's add opposite arm. Inhale out, exhale in, and out, and in. Two more. It's a lot of work on the abdominals, on your core in general. Last one here. And come back in, and let's sit all the way up. Before we go to the other side, you're going to take that ball and put it in between your ankles so that you can hold it. We're going to go into the roll downs. Take a breath in here. Exhale, gently start rolling back. Feel the OOV through the upper back and allow your body to extend over it. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, arms will circle, not the chin. Lift the head, pull your ribs in. Scoop and round forward. Inhale at the top. Now, if it didn't feel good where the OOV was in the upper back, feel free to scoot down or up. Take a breath in, exhale vertebrae by vertebrae, giving a little bit of a squeeze into that ball to help you feel where your legs are in space. Inhale, take it over. Exhale, circle, nod the chin, pull your ribs in, and round forward. One more time, breathe in, exhale, we're rolling back. Inhale, arms take it over. Exhale, circle around, nod the chin, lift the head, pull your ribs in, and then start shortening your abdominals to roll up. And back to neutral. We're going to take that ball, put it underneath our right foot, still sitting in that same position. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, roll back until you feel kind of that nice cradle of the OOV behind your lower back. So the lower part of thoracic spine will rest on it, but you're maintaining your pelvis. You want to make sure nothing is rotating or shifting as you slide that leg out and bring it in. And exhale. Now I'm gently pressing my heel into the ball as I bring it in. Isometric control and endurance work for abdominals, keeping upper body in that good position. Now hold the ball there. We're going to start rotating a hip out to the side and bringing it in. If you're there, add opposite arm. So rotational control for our lumbopelvic region. Hip and arm are rotating, moving out to the side. Nothing else moves. We're also working on disassociation, which is very important for a lot of the sports, to be able to control movement of the arm and the hip in different ranges of motion. And coming back. Roll all the way up. Take that ball, put it between your knees. We're going to do 2 more roll downs. Exhale, rolling back. Now keep your knees bent on this one. Squeezing the ball, breathe in. Now arms will lift up to the ceiling, not the chin, as we roll back up. Exhale, let the arms go out to the side for the arm circles. Inhale, allow your spine to extend and extend. Exhale, not the chin, lift the head and roll on up. Excellent. We're going to transition into some sideline work. As you can see, the OOV can be used in a variety of ways, and it allows us to move our spine through all ranges of motions of flexion, extension, side bending, rotation. So for the side one, your hip is going to go right into the saddle. And I'm going to allow my body to go along the side of the OOV. Now, this is where the band will come in. If you have one, you're going to put the band around both knees, just above the knees. And then have your weight handy if you have it. If you don't, it's okay. Now, we're going to come all the way down first to make sure our setup is good. The seam of the OOV is lined up with the side of my body. My top leg is reaching out. The bottom knee is bent. Having that resistance helps me stabilize my hips. And I'm going to start in this nice side bend. So now my torso is side bend. My top leg is nice and heavy. Take a breath in here. Now with the next breath, you're going to lift that arm up and allow your body to lift into that extension. So exhale, we slide back down, and inhale, we slide back up. Side bend work. Lower body stays as stable as you can. And one more time here. If that felt pretty good, we're going to make it harder, taking our bottom arm forward and off the mat. So breathe in, keep the neck in the nice neutral position. Exhale, we lift up. Inhale, we go back down. And exhale, we lift, pulling that rib towards the pelvis. And lower. And lift. And last one here. And lower back down. We're going to take a bottom arm, place it right underneath the elbow lined up with the shoulder. Grab your weight if you have it. Reset your hips. We're going to take that arm by your side, thumb up. Breathe in as we take that shoulder overhead. And exhale, coming back. Great shoulder scapula upward and downward rotation work in this side bend position. So we're integrating, or going to start integrating, thoracic spine into scapular and glenohumeral movement of the shoulder movement. If you feel pretty good and this does not create any discomfort in that shoulder, we're going to combine everything together. Bottom arm slides forward. Exhale, we side bend. Inhale, lift the arm, lift the torso. And lengthen away. And come back in. Last one here. And come back in. Let's go back onto that side. Keeping the front arm forward. We're going to lift that leg up and lower back down. And lift and lower. Focus on pressing back into the band so that you feel your glute max, glute med here working. It's not in the front of the hip. And last one. Let's come back all the way in and we're going to switch sides. To take the OOV, you're going to start out by having a seat in the saddle. The side of your body will go all the way across that seam. First part, everything lengthens away into a nice side bend. Find heaviness in the bottom leg. Think about reaching away with the heel and up with the fingertips. So we create that length actively. Breathe in here. As you exhale, lift the arm and side bend. Inhale, slide back. If the first one, if this is already hard enough, just stay with it. You'll be amazed how quickly your strength and neurocontrol improves with regular practice. If you're ready for the next level, we're going to take that bottom arm forward. As we lift up, arm stays off the floor and then lowers back down. Exhale. Inhale, lower. It's much harder for me on this side. And down. Last one here. Excellent. Let's bring that elbow underneath the shoulder. Grab your little weight. Start out with lined up with the hip, thumb up. And I'm going to press firmly into the floor to load that shoulder in that appropriate center position. And then first we're going to start with overhead reach through our scapula upward and downward rotation. So imagine that arm is moving between two panes of glass. Your shoulder felt pretty good here. We're going to start incorporating side bend into it. So we're going all the way down into the side bend. Breathe in. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. And lift. Last one here. Arm goes down. We're going to finish this series with leg lifts. I like to keep my foot kind of flexed and reaching back just to find that glute max and glute med. Helps having the band because it gives you another connection. Last one. And bring it all the way in. Excellent. Let's get rid of the band. And now we're going to go into prone or on your stomach series. You're going to take the OOV and flip it around to the point where the bottom side is facing forward, right over here. Now from here, we're going to lie down onto the stomach, and the pointy part is going to be right underneath that rib cage, the xiphoid process. Legs will wrap around the bottom part of the OOV, and then I like a little bit of an external rotation there. Upper body leans forward, breathe in. As you exhale, nod the chin, lift upper body up into a nice small extension. And exhale as you dive back forward. Now glutes are active to stabilize the lower torso. As you lift up, Think about long neck, lifting the chest, creating a nice arch with the spine. And then coming back forward. And inhale up. Exhale down. Last one here. And lift up. Now let's lift and hold here. Maintain this position. Allow one arm to come up and lower back down. And then the other. Lift and lower and lift. Focus on not letting your torso to rotate side to side. You're stabilizing here. Last one, side to side. And come all the way forward. Let's bring your hands by your side. Press back into a shallow stretch. And take a deep breath in here. And come back all the way up. Nicely done. We are finished today. This was just a very small preview of many things that you can do on the OOV. Join me for my weekly OOV Pilates Mat Classes, where we keep progressing through the sequence, challenging your body, and adding new variations. Please subscribe below for more content from my channel. Thanks so much.